You have been lied to, not by women, but by yourself. You've believed in illusions that have kept you trapped and made you suffer. In this video, we are going to discuss one of the most controversial books ever written, a book so ahead of its time that it was vilified and banned, a book which contains some of the most brutal truths about women. But before we dive into the abyss, I must warn you, some of these insights may shatter your reality and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Are you still watching? Good, then let us begin. This video is based on the book Sex and Character by Otto Weininger, an intellectual who shocked the world with his groundbreaking work in 1907. The book was so controversial that it caused a public uproar and has remained banned for decades. But what makes this book so controversial? What kind of shocking insights does it contain? And how can it help men like you become more successful with women? Let's find out. Chapter 1. The Woman as a Life Destroyer. According to Otto, women possess an uncanny ability to destroy lives. They can turn men into beggars, wreck families, and ruin careers. They seem to take great pleasure in wielding this power, and there are many examples of this in our society today. Think of the countless men who have lost everything due to their obsession with women, who have ruined their relationships, lost their jobs, or even ended their lives because of a broken heart. But why do women do this? Why do they seem to take pleasure in destroying lives? According to Otto, it all has to do with their fundamental nature. Women are inherently selfish and self-destructive, and they will stop at nothing to get what they want. They are the ultimate narcissists, and their need for attention and validation is insatiable. It doesn't matter how much you give them, it's never enough. And when they don't get what they want, they will lash out and destroy everything in their path. But why? Why are women like this? According to Otto, it all comes down to their biology. Women are driven by their hormones, and their hormones are constantly fluctuating. This makes them moody, unpredictable, and highly emotional creatures. They live in a constant state of chaos, and this chaos seeps into every aspect of their lives. They are unable to control their emotions, and so they lash out at the world around them. This is why women are so destructive. They are like a hurricane, a force of nature that cannot be stopped and will destroy everything in its path. But don't be fooled by their beauty. Beneath that surface lies a dark and dangerous creature that will stop at nothing to get what it wants. Chapter 2. The Woman as a Temptress. According to Otto, women are like sirens who lure unsuspecting men to their doom. They use their beauty and their sexuality as weapons to manipulate and control their victims. And once they have you in their clutches, they will never let go. Think of the countless men who have been destroyed by their obsession with women, who have ruined their relationships, lost their jobs, or even ended their lives because of a broken heart. But why do women do this? Why do they seem to take pleasure in destroying lives? According to Otto, it all has to do with their fundamental nature. Women are inherently selfish and self-destructive, and they will stop at nothing to get what they want. They are the ultimate narcissists, and their need for attention and validation is insatiable. It doesn't matter how much you give them, it's never enough. And when they don't get what they want, they will lash out and destroy everything in their path. But why are women like this? According to Otto, it all comes down to their biology. Women are driven by their hormones, and their hormones are constantly fluctuating. This makes them moody, unpredictable, and highly emotional creatures. They live in a constant state of chaos, and this chaos seeps into every aspect of their lives. They are unable to control their emotions, and so they lash out at the world around them. This is why women are so dangerous. They are like a viper, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. When you least expect it, they will strike and strike hard, leaving you paralyzed by their venom. But don't be fooled by their beauty. Beneath that surface lies a dark and dangerous creature that will stop at nothing to get what it wants. Chapter 3. The Woman's Body. According to Otto, the female body is a source of great fascination for men. However, it is important to remember that women are fundamentally different from men, and their bodies reflect this difference. For example, women have significantly more fat on their bodies than men, which serves a variety of functions related to their reproductive capabilities. Additionally, women's bodies are also subject to a number of changes throughout their menstrual cycles, which can impact their behavior and should be taken into consideration by those interacting with them. It is crucial to understand that while women's bodies may be appealing to men, they are not simply objects of desire. Instead, they are complex and fascinating in their own right and should be treated with respect and understanding. So when you gaze upon a woman's body, take a moment to appreciate the incredible complexity and wonder of the female form, rather than reducing it to mere sexual desire. Remember that behind that beautiful exterior lies a complex and fascinating creature that is capable of great things. By understanding and respecting women, we can build deeper connections with them and create a better world for everyone. Chapter 4. The Woman as a Child. According to Otto, women should be treated like children because they are fundamentally childish in their thinking and behavior. They need constant attention and validation from others and become upset when they do not receive it. Like children, women are easily influenced by their emotions and lack the ability to think rationally and objectively. They are also prone to tantrums and other forms of traumatic behavior when they do not get their way. As a man, it is essential to recognize these childish qualities in women and adjust your interactions accordingly. For example, you should be prepared to provide plenty of attention and validation and be patient with their emotional outbursts. Trying to reason with a woman or treat her like an equal is likely to backfire. By understanding and accommodating these childish aspects of women, you can increase the chances of a successful interaction. However, it is crucial to remember that while women may be childish, they should still be treated with respect and dignity. Using this knowledge to manipulate or exploit them would be unethical and could lead to negative consequences. Therefore, it is essential to use this understanding of women's childish nature responsibly and ethically. Chapter 5. The Woman's Will to Power. According to Otto, women are inherently more submissive than men and are not capable of the same level of ambition and drive. They are more focused on seeking love and validation from others rather than achieving their own personal goals. As a man, it is essential to recognize this and avoid giving women positions of power where they could potentially harm others. Placing a woman in a position of authority over men is unnatural and can lead to chaos and destruction. Women's lack of ambition and drive can also make them vulnerable to manipulation by more cunning individuals. As a man, it is important to be aware of this and protect women from those who might seek to exploit them. Ultimately, women's nature makes them unsuited for positions of power and authority, and it is up to men to ensure that they are not placed in situations where they could cause harm or be harmed themselves. Chapter 6. The Woman's Soul. According to Otto, women lack the same depth of soul that men possess. Their souls are smaller and less complex, which manifests itself in their limited capacity for abstract thought and their greater focus on concrete, immediate concerns. This difference in soul size is rooted in women's biology, specifically their reproductive role in society. Women's primary function is to bear children, which requires a delicate physical and emotional balance. This biological imperative shapes their worldview and priorities, making them more attuned to practical matters and less inclined towards philosophical or spiritual pursuits. While women may excel in areas that require nurturing and intuition, such as caregiving or artistic expression, they are generally less capable of grappling with complex abstract concepts or engaging in rigorous intellectual discourse. This is not to say that women are intellectually inferior to men, but rather that their souls are oriented differently, prioritizing the concrete over the abstract and the particular over the universal. Men, on the other hand, are more suited to abstract thought and universal truths due to their larger souls, which allows them to explore deeper questions about existence, morality, and spirituality. This difference in soul size and orientation is ultimately what sets men and women on their separate evolutionary paths, each with their own unique strengths and limitations. These are just a few of the insights from Otto Weininger's book, Sex and Character. These brutal truths about women were considered too radical and controversial for the time, and the book was banned. But now you know the truth about women and their nature. You can use this knowledge to your advantage and become more successful with them. If you agree with these insights, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the dark side of women, stay tuned for more videos like this. Remember, the truth may hurt, but it will set you free.